Doing now is we're going to be doing quadratic transformations. Here's your foldable. You're going to fold it in half. The number outside the parenthesis is the a value. This number that ends up being inside the first set of parentheses, or any number in here in front of x, that is your b value. Your c is right here. And your D is your back value right here. Now if you open up your foldable, remember all the numbers that are inside the parentheses are horizontal shifts, and all the numbers that are outside the parentheses are your vertical shifts. When you have a number that is bigger than 1, 2, 3, 4, anything like that, 5 halves, which is 2 1/2, that is and it's outside, that is a vertical stretch. Anytime it's less than 1, that does not mean a negative. That means 1/2, 1/3. Outside, that is a vertical compression. When there is a negative sign, that is a reflection across the x. The horizontal ones are opposite. If the number is bigger than 1, it is a compression when it's inside. If it's a fraction like 1/2, it is a stretch. Now, 5 halves would be a compression, guys, because remember that's 2 1/2. And if it's a negative, that is a reflection across the y. The c value, if it's bigger than 0, it goes to the right. Less than 0 goes to the left. Bigger than 0 goes up. Less than 0 goes down. So let's do some examples, because the best way to do these problems is to put them in the calculator. That is the best way to do it. Now when I'm talking about parent function is the basic function or basic graph of what we're talking about. So if I say the parent function of a quadratic, that is y equals x squared. So in your calculator, you're going to put in, go to graph, because you want to see the picture, and do x squared. See how it draws it for you. I'm going to draw it here so you have an idea. And it goes on forever. I'm going to put this one in, and I want to see what happens to it, which way it goes. Does it flip? Does it go left? Does it go right? Where does it go, and how does it affect it? So you're going to hit tab, negative 1/2, negative 1 divided by 2, parenthesis, x minus 2, minus, not negative, squared plus 1. This is what it looks like. So what happened to that? What happened to that graph? How did it change? Well, it flipped. And when it flips, we call that a reflection. So it reflected across the x. Because remember, this is my x and this is my y. So that's the first thing it did. Now also look at it. This one is thinner than this one. This one is wider. Well, when we do wider, it's outside. It's outside. That is a compression. So it's a vertical compression. By 1/2. The negative tells me the flip. The negative doesn't tell me the compression or not. Then what did it do? It went to the right. Let's go back really quick. I'm going to put it back in because I erased it. Okay, it went to the right. It went to the right how many? Here's the origin. It went to the right. 1, 2. That 2 has to do with this guy here. So he went right 2. And then did he go up or down? Well, he started here and now he was up here. So that tells me he went up 1. You're just counting from the origin, from where you started, and seeing and comparing. Okay, you are going to try number 2 on your own. So stop the video or pause it and do number 2 on your own. Okay, let's go to number 3. Number 3, you're going to do the same thing. But notice, guys, there are 2 3's here. If I divide that 3 out, that is going to be my new equation, because 3 divides into 3 and gives me 1x, or x, and 3 divides into 3 and gives me 1. So again, I'm going to put my parent function in. Your parent function is not changing. It's going to be x squared. I'm going to put a negative parenthesis, 3 parenthesis, x plus 1 parenthesis squared minus 2. Now it's thinner, okay, and it's reflected. So first it's a reflection. It's reflected, again, across the x, because here's my x. This way is my x. Here's the x. It's reflected across the x. Now, this number is in the parentheses. So that's my b value. That 3 is my b value. That is horizontal. So when that is bigger, that is a compression. It looks thinner. It compresses it down. So it's a horizontal compression. I'm not going to write the whole word out. By 3. Now notice it went to the left. And it went to the left 1. That is that positive 1 there that's inside. So it went left 3. Sorry, left 1 because of that negative 1 right here. And then it went down, how many? From the origin, 1, 2. It went down 2. So down 2. And that's because of this 2 there. All right, you are going to do the same thing on number 4. So pause the video. Try number 4 on your own. Okay, number 5. It says take the parent function and you want to see how it happens with the x squared when it shifted 3 units left, 4 up. It's reflected over the x, and it is compressed horizontally by negative 2. So we're going to put and make our equation. First, we want to go left 3. So left 3. Look right here. It says left is when c is less than 0. So I'm going to put less than, which is a negative 3. When we get done, we're going to put in the calculator and see if it actually did this. We want to go up 4. Well, up means that d is bigger than 0. So plus 4. Reflected over the x. Notice it says reflected over the x. This is going to be negative. So the vertical, which is outside, is going to be negative. So a negative right here. And our compression horizontally. Horizontally is inside. Inside 1/2. So the 1/2 is going to go right here. Let's check and see if it actually did what it says it was going to do. If it went left, if it went right, if it compressed, if it reflected. So x squared is my original. we're going to put in what we figured out. This is what we figured out. Negative parenthesis 1 divided by 2 parenthesis x minus 3 squared plus 4. Okay, let's check. Did it reflect? Yes. That one is correct. It reflected. Did it go left? That didn't go left, did it? That went to the right. So that means that we made a mistake here, and that should have been a positive. So let's go back and change this negative 3 to a plus 3. Now it went left. So let's put it on so you can see it. Now it went left. Did it go up 4? Yes. So we went up 3. Left 3, up 4, and horizontally compressed. And then 1/2 goes there. So we are good. This is what it should look like. Okay, pause the video. You're going to try number 6 on your own. Okay, let's do number 7. Number 7, you're going to take and put the equation in, and we're reviewing everything we've already done. So, negative x squared plus 4x plus 5. X-intercept, that is where it touches the x. Remember, you can go menu. Analyze, which is 6, and it is a 0. 0 is the same as x-intercept solutions and negative 1. So negative 1, 0. Menu 6, 1, which is zeros. Then you do the other side. Menu, analyze, 0. Click on the right side to get the other answer. 5, 0. Those are your zeros, which is also your x-intercept solution. All right. And roots. Vertex. Again, we're using the menu button. Menu. 6. But here you have to decide, is it minimum or maximum? So menu, analyze. Is it minimum or maximum? Well, it's a heel. So that is a maximum. Click on both sides of the graph, and the answer will pop down for you. 2, 9. The axis has to do with the x of your vertex. So the axis is x equals 2. The maximum, because that's the one that's a maximum, if it goes downhill, it's a minimum, is your y value. So y equals 9. Domain. Domain is always, always, always all real numbers, unless we're talking about a real thing like the seagull or the eagle or the dolphin problem. Range. Range is the same as this guy here, except our mouth. It is facing down. So down is lower. It's facing down. It is lower. So that means y is less than or equal to 9. Now the last thing to do is fill in the table. To fill in the table, you do Control-T, and you match the numbers. It tells you to put the vertex in. Vertex is 2, 9, right here. You're going to go up, 0, 5. That is the y-intercept, if you wanted to know, because the y-intercept is always the same as the c value. Then I've got 1, 8. There's my 2, 9 again. 3, 8. and 4, 5. Notice it goes up and then goes back down. Okay, you need to stop the video and you need to do number 8 by yourself. If you have any questions, you need to raise your hand.